Have you ever finished a massive project, looked back, and just thought, did that did that actually work? Yeah, we've all been there. Well, today we're going to talk about project evaluation, not as some boring chore, but as your secret weapon for making sure all your hard work really counts. I mean, this is the question, isn't it? It can keep you up at night. You've poured in the hours, the money, the team's energy, but there's still that little nagging voice in the back of your head asking, are we actually making a difference here, or are we just spinning our wheels? And the only way to know for sure is to evaluate. But, and this is a big but, it is not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. See, using the wrong type of evaluation is like trying to hammer in a screw. You might make a dent, but you're not going to get the job done right. The real magic is knowing which tool to pull from the toolbox and exactly when to use it. So, where do we start? We start right at the very beginning, way before your project ever sees the light of day. Let's call this the prep kitchen. This is where all the magic happens behind the scenes, where you get everything ready to make sure what you serve up is a masterpiece. The very first tool you'll reach for in this prep kitchen is called a formative evaluation. This happens deep in the design and development phase. You can think of it as kicking the tires on your big idea. Is this project even feasible? Is it appropriate for the people we're trying to reach? Will they actually find it acceptable and, use it? And this chef analogy is just perfect. Think about it. A great chef would never, ever send a new dish out to a customer without tasting it a dozen times. Tweaking the salt here, adding a bit of acid there. That is exactly what formative evaluation is. It's your chance to taste the recipe and make those crucial adjustments before the grand opening. Now, I know this table looks like a lot, but let's just focus on that top row for formative evaluation. See what it says? The whole purpose is to modify the plan before you launch. This isn't about judging your idea, it's about making it stronger. It's about maximizing your chances of success right from the get-go. Okay, so you're tasting the recipe and it's getting good, but can you actually afford the ingredients? That's where a cost-benefit analysis comes in. This is your reality check. It's a really straightforward but super powerful question. Are the potential rewards from this project going to be worth more than what it's going to cost us? And this isn't about a gut feeling. It's about being methodical. You literally list out all the potential benefits, the pros on one side of the scale, and all the costs, the cons on the other. What you're left with is a clear, data-driven answer to whether this whole thing makes financial sense from day one. All right, prep is over, the restaurant doors are open, the lights are on, and your project is officially live. Welcome to the service. Now the game completely changes. It's no longer about planning, it's about executing and making sure everything runs like a well-oiled machine. The first tool you need during the service is process evaluation. This is all about the how. Are we actually doing the thing we said we were going to do? Are we following our own plan? Is it happening on schedule? Think of it as a real-time health monitor for your project's operations. Let's go back to our kitchen. This is the head chef standing at the pass during a busy dinner rush, inspecting every single plate before it goes out. Are the ingredients right? Is it cooked properly? This evaluation is your early warning system. It lets you spot a problem in the process and fix it on the fly before it becomes a disaster. So, you're following the recipe to the letter. That's great. But it's only half the story, right? The next crucial question is, does the food actually taste good? That's outcome evaluation. As soon as your project starts to reach your audience, this tool measures the immediate effects. Are we seeing those short-term results we were hoping for? The dish has left the kitchen. It's on the table. The customer takes that first bite. That's the outcome. What's the look on their face? Did they love it? Did it deliver on what the menu promised? An outcome evaluation tells you if you're hitting those immediate goals and actually making your audience happy right now. And service is over. The last customer has gone home happy. The project is complete. Now it's time to lock the doors, sit down, and take a good hard look at how the entire night went. This is the final review. This is where we step back and figure out what it all meant. This brings us to the big one, summative evaluation. This happens after everything is said and done. The time for tweaking is over. This is the big picture, panoramic view of the entire project, designed to judge its overall effectiveness and, importantly, its impact. I really love this final exam analogy because it's just so clear. A final exam doesn't just ask about one chapter, right? It covers the entire course, and that's exactly what a summative evaluation does. It gives your project a final grade on how well you accomplished your mission. Okay, now lean in for this one, because this is where people often get tripped up. The difference between an outcome and an impact. Let's make it simple. An outcome is the immediate result. Did our workshop teach participants a new skill today? That's an outcome. An impact is the long-term ripple effect. A year from now, did that new skill actually help someone get a promotion? That's the impact. It's all about the timeline. And to bring our kitchen analogy home, the delicious meal and the happy customer, that's the outcome. But that customer loving it so much, they become a regular, tell all their friends, and keep your restaurant in business for years, that is the impact. Impact evaluation is all about finding those bigger, broader, lasting consequences. And this is why it's so incredibly important. If you look at the table here for impact evaluation, its whole purpose is to provide evidence for those high-level policy and funding decisions. This is the stuff that proves the deep, long-term value of your work to the people who hold the purse strings. So, we've got our prep kitchen tools, our tools for during the service, and our tools for the final review. We've laid them all out. Now for the most important part. How do you choose the right one for your project? Let's put it all together in a simple toolkit. It's actually pretty simple. When you're standing there looking at your evaluation toolbox, just ask yourself these 4 questions. Number 1, what's my goal? What do I actually need to learn right now? 2, cost. What's our budget for this? 3, resources. Who do I have on my team and what are their skills? And finally, number 4, desired outcomes. What kind of answer do I really need to get? Just walk through those 4 things and the right tool will pretty much choose itself. And here it is, the whole shebang, your complete evaluation toolkit all in one place. From that early taste test of formative evaluation, all the way to the final verdict of an impact evaluation. Don't let the options overwhelm you, because if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this: match the right tool to the right job. Because in the end, every project we do tells a story. It's a story of effort, of challenges, and hopefully of change. And choosing the right evaluation, well, that's just choosing the right tool to help you listen to that story, to truly understand it, and then to share it with the world. So, what story is your project telling? And which tool will you choose to hear?